We are here to talk about dieting and how dieting actually works. Unlike these stupid fucking scientists that say dieting does not work. Your body molecular structure is built this way. It's like bullshit. I dieted, I lost weight. But anyway, hello everyone. I'm FinalHarps and I am gathered here with
the greatest of gamers, 00.
Joypad_mad, what's going on?
Alright, we were gathered here. This topic was brought to you by Joypad_mad. He wanted to talk about dieting, and that's it. I have no clue where we're going to go with this, and I have no clue where it's going to go or much knowledge of this, but I have done keto, and I know how it works. Now, let's have Joypad start out this hour, and let's go.
Wait, I had your stream move the audio, and then I had to mute it while you were speaking. What did you say?
We're going to have you start, Joypad. This was your topic and idea.
Okay, so
there we go.
Dieting as a whole fucking sucks. But
that's why
it is needed if you're a fat ass like me who needs to lose weight. A lot of people in this world think dieting does not work. It fucking does. People are just doing dieting wrong. The most said thing is to eat less, right? Or
yes,
like control your calories. Well, you can be eating some foods and eating less, but be still putting on a shit ton of weight. And I feel like that all depends on what time of the day you're eating.
Oh, that is.
Because they say if you eat after 7 p.m., you're more likely to put on weight, and you could have only have had 700 calories that day, but you'll still be putting on weight. With certain diets, that doesn't apply because your body is relying on something else. I just started keto, which means I can have high fat, low carbs, next to no fucking sugar. Fucking sucks because I'm not allowed all the good shit in life, but there's substitutes that make it better. Anyway, let's get FinalHarps' opinion on keto because I need to drink.
All right, keto. I did keto for a solid year. I went from like 240, 260, or 280. I can't fucking remember. I was really fucking heavy. To 160. I lost 80 to 100 pounds of doing it, and it only took 3 months of being on it. I stayed on it for a while because I felt great. Then I decided, you know what? I'm going to just get off of it and see what happens. And I got off of it, and I found out the high fructose corn syrup that's in pop, and 90% of the freaking like condiments and juices, that's what was like making me feel like shit and gain weight, which is really weird. Yep. So now, yeah, like I was sitting in my happy ass at home doing nothing. I was having a lot of carbs, so yeah, I gained weight. But with keto, when I was strict to that, I lost so much weight. And the greatest, you saw me when I was that skinny. Yeah, like, dude, like, man, I was skinny as fuck. I even look at the picture, I'm like, what?
Why did it go downhill?
What, take away from, why did I gain weight?
Yeah.
I had, I ended up having to have back surgery, and I was out of work for 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
So since I had back surgery, and I couldn't lift a gallon of milk, I couldn't go running, I couldn't go do anything. So I literally was just sitting bound, and I would have a ton of pop, like normal Coke, and that's why I gained so much weight, because like I was having high amounts of sugar, high amounts of everything. We love you, AJ. No, we don't. But anyway, so that's why I gained so much weight. Then I decided to do this diet, and I lost a ton of weight. It works. It really does work. But you have to be careful on doing keto, because if you do keto and you're doing just straight bacons and ground beef, because that's majority of the diet, you're going to gain high cholesterol. If you're going to do keto and you decide to do it, do lean keto, which is mostly fish and chicken.
Yeah, there's a lot of different variants on keto. There's lazy keto, there's lean keto, there's normal keto. There's a fuck ton of variants, right? There's even fucking high carb, low fat keto, which apparently is a thing.
That can't be keto.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah. It was on Carb Manager. Anyway, keto is great in terms of the other glorious shit that you can eat. Like, you can have a shit ton of meat. You can have a lot of chicken as long as it isn't breaded. If it's fucking breaded, nah, you can't have that shit unless it's keto friendly.
Like, keto is actually no rice, grains, wheats, which is bread. I mean,
pasta.
I mean, just pretty much like vegetables, fruits. You can't have fruits because of the sugar count. It's like you're quite limited. But it's a good diet to go on because I train now. Like, when I gain weight, I don't really keep it once I go back to work because I don't have normal sugar. I just have it in like snacks here and there, and that's it. Which is very cool because before I was like, ooh, too much sugar. Now it's great.
At least you're eating sugar. At least you're allowed to have sugar.
Yeah. You're gonna have dreams about it, man. You're gonna have dreams if you stay on this for like a month. You're gonna have dreams about it. You're gonna be dreaming carbs. Like, you're gonna wake up like thinking that you just had a freaking a French fry.
It's fine. I found a substitute. I'm having that sugar-free jelly shit, which has like no carbs or anything. It's so fucking good.
Nice.
Only 10 calories as well, and fucking sucralose as well. It's just like sugar.
Damn.
Sucralose, whatever the fuck it is. It's in a lot of your zero sugar energy drinks.
So how do you feel right now, Joypad?
I feel like shit.
Poor bastard.
I feel like I have no fucking energy. But I feel like my body needs to get into the ketosis state. Maybe again, I don't know. I don't know if I've knocked myself out of ketosis or whatnot, but I have no fucking idea. I think yesterday I had 30 grams of carbs, which is bad. So that kind of knocked me out of ketosis because they say normally you should have about 20 to 23 grams of carbs. So yeah, I could have heavily knocked myself out. But anyway. Enough about this. Enough about me talking about ketosis and shit. Let's get greatest gamers' opinions on dieting in general.
All right. Yeah. Let's say I do have a lot to say, especially because for those who don't know, I actually used to be a wrestler and a weightlifter back in the day. But I feel that like this is still, I'll still bring it up. But for now, we'll focus on strictly on the dieting thing. I don't do it like at all. I just eat what I want. But here's the biggest thing to know. There's all types of different body types.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I have what they call a high metabolism. I can eat whatever I want, and that shit's just gone. I don't care. Like, I can eat an entire cake and not gain or lose weight, and I could care less. Like, I already know somebody in chat's gonna be like, fuck you. But yeah, for me, dieting, the one thing from what I will say, like, so for me, anything I say, like, it's just, my experience will not be similar to you guys. Like, look at how much he's struggling. Like, he feels shitty, like, for me. But I will say, there was one advantage that I did that helped me to maintain weight in wrestling, because I have to maintain weight. So my diet consisted of don't change what you're doing. It was very specific. So I had to actually have my sugar, have, like, everything that I ate. But another thing that I would say for the limiting of dieting that I did is I found myself, the trick is not to get hungry. That's one of the tricks, is to make sure that both in your mind and your body, you're like, oh, I'm good. And that's why they say by calorie watching. I don't do that because it's too much work. I'm too lazy. So what my version of dieting is just changing one thing. One of the things I did is I ate less. I noticed someone in the chat typed, it's much if you eat just twice a day compared to 3 times, your body starts getting used to, like, oh, I might eat at whatever point. If your body starts getting used to, like, maybe, like, instead of having a very strict schedule, if you're just like, oh, when I get a bit hungrier, or you delay it later, your body will start getting accustomed to that, and now you don't crave things as much. So you can kick the craving, because that's what's hard. I will say is For sugar is the biggest killer. Forget your meats and all this other stuff. Sugar is the biggest thing because I will bring up again later is that a lot of this stuff is just natural sciences. We as human beings were hunter-gatherers. That's why when these things I'm saying they make sense. When did we eat? Whenever we can find something. When we did it, we ate a lot of it and then we would save it for later. This is why we have refrigerators. It's something that we've had the need for years. And then, of course, there's exercise. That I'll get into that later. But sugar is actually something that's not that naturally found, except like in fruits, as he mentioned earlier. But a thing that sucks, I will say, is just temptation is the biggest killer why we can't lose weight and why dieting is hard. Because everywhere you see for ads, for sugars or some kind of thing, and in the U.S. specifically, the sugar industry has a stranglehold. They will add sugar to stuff that doesn't need sugar. I'm buying just some random bread. Why is there sugar in bread? Even as a weightlifter, sugar is a no-go. It just isn't because it has so much, and it doesn't give you anything. All it does is just basically actually make you fat. So this is the thing to know. If you want to eat stuff like fats, that doesn't make you fat. Sugar makes you fat, and that crap is everywhere. When you're eating bread, do they just stuff fat in there? No. So that's a very interesting thing to know. But here's what's even worse. Because I suffer from this, even from dieting, because I could do better. If not, I will get diabetes. Because sugar does that. Sugar causes huge health risk. Again, being diabetes, even for someone like me that has, the luck that I have a high metabolism, it doesn't do anything about sugar. Sugar just comes in. But the worst thing about sugar, why he has the crash and everything, is sugar is literally an addictive substance. It's an addictive substance. Just look at, there's a reason you don't give kids candy, man. Like, just look at how they act, bro. It's kind of creepy. I've gone through withdrawal. I'm actually addicted to sugar, but I'm trying to minimize it. So that's the main thing I want to stress out is sugar's the killer, man. All this dieting stuff, I'm like, bro, I'm kick sugar. It's just not happening, dude.
No, because that's the thing. Like, sugar is not even, like, the body doesn't need glucose. It does not need it.
That's in bread, right? If I'm correct?
Glucose is when it's sugar. Glucose is sugar. Basically, it does not need like sugar that is made or confined, refined, whatever it is. You don't need it. But the thing is, your body breaks down everything you eat into a form of glucose, which turns into energy, which is a form of sugar. So it's like a different way, but sugar is just like a huge jump for nothing. It's silly, and that's very interesting. Monopolis, like so many soups with sugar, soups you wouldn't think had sugar. Commercial soup is a no-no for diabetics. That's interesting.
Yep, she's absolutely right. Like, things you wouldn't expect have fucking sugar. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we replaced a lot of our shit with maybe like some kind of fake sugar, like I swear off sucrose, fuck, I can't remember. Or like the shit that goes into these energy drinks, right?
Yeah.
I think Ziffinol or whatever the fuck it's called. It tastes just like sugar, but it won't have any of the negative kind of side effects that sugar can have.
Well, the thing is, fake sugar can have negative side effects too. It's just no matter what you have in life has negative side effects. Oxygen has negative side effects. It can cause cancer. Like, I mean, no matter what it is. Let's talk about diet. Sips Monster energy drink, but that Monster's 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Look, Valhall, fuck you. I'm on the diet. Look, 0 sugar. That's not gonna fucking.
Actually, you know what? I want to bring the
0 calorie, 0 sugar. I'm allowed this on my diet, fucker.
See, I will say this much. I mean, maybe it works for him. It works for some people, but I will say 0 sugar energy or like all drinks, like your diet versions, they're actually worse than the regular version.
Yeah,
they're actually less healthy for you. But I guess in his situation, it's the lesser of two evils.
Yep.
Because I know someone that's pretty fat, and he's like, I know this. He even knew, he's like, these aren't actually good for you. But in my case, I need to just avoid sugar. So this is my best case. Like, then I respect that. That makes sense. But for me, oh hell no. First of all, that stuff. It's like if MVCI and Overwatch is put in a can, and I'm like, like you're trying to poison me with that thing.
Oh,
like no, diet literally will kill me.
Well, that's the thing. Like with fucking. Like diets and just diet or energy drinks that are 0 sugar, like energy drinks just in general are horrible. I rather just get like a powder drink that has all the vitamins instead of like freaking extra chemicals that don't need to be in there. That's why I drink G Fuel, and I don't have energy drinks. Otherwise, I'm drinking water or Diet Dr. Pepper.
Fuck powdered energy drinks. Overrated as fuck.
No, you're right.
Hey, use code FinalHarps for a 5% discount.
So we're gonna
fuck out of here.
I don't have that yet, motherfucker. But I'm being for real though. I'm being for real though. When you look at the chemicals that are in a powder drink compared to the chemicals that are in an energy drink, the powder drink is like 1,000 times healthier than a motherfucking energy drink. Like.
And that's the thing too. I mean, because the biggest thing for this, I will say, is going to be a theme that we'll say is taste. We all have different taste tolerances. You know, like for me, literally, you feed me diet. Look, man, do you want to send me to the hospital? So that's me. I'm the opponent. And then it's like, I'll tolerate it. And next, but that powdered shit can go. No.
Yeah.
We're like, I get him. I'm halfway.
Got it.
I mean, like. Okay, yeah. Ideally, you want to be healthy, right? But if you have unhealthy shit, that doesn't necessarily make you unhealthy. You could be losing a shit ton of weight and have unhealthy shit. Like, you're not supposed to have a lot of cheese, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be unhealthy. But, you know, in the keto diet, I feel like that's a main staple of it because it is high fat. And you're still losing a shit ton of weight, and you're gonna feel amazing after you've lost that much weight. You're gonna feel healthy, even though you're digesting unhealthy things.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yep.
So does it really matter if you're eating unhealthy things if you are doing your body a lot of good in the long run by losing weight?
Exactly. No, you're right. No, because I'm like I told you, bro, in wrestling, I worked out almost every single day, and I ate whatever I want. I just had made sure that I was consistent, like timing and everything. That's it. Outside of that, chickens, half a house. I don't know. You name it. I ate
half a house.
Dude, no, I ate a lot.
No, I know. I used to be that way too. When I was your age, I was that way too. But after I got to like 32, I was like, nope, I can't do that anymore.
You know how Ruckus, like, you're good. Like, you visiting KFC every day. Remember, you know what it has? Grease and fats. Again, as I said earlier, that's less of a problem for you compared to like sugars and all this other stuff like that, because your body can actually use that stuff. If not, it like that's the main thing. It's a whole body science thing. And the bigger problem is, like I said, like you said, what matters more than dieting, in my opinion, is exercise. Like, it's just something. Like, going back to what I said about being hunter gatherers, we moved a lot.
Yep.
I'm a lazy fucker. I don't exercise while I'm on a diet, okay? Before I even knew about keto, I was on a calorie controlled diet. And I was having about 1,500 calories a day. They say to have about 2,000 to 200 a day. As like to maintain your weight and shit. But I was not exercising. I was eating whatever the fuck I wanted, but because I stayed within the calorie threshold I was allowed, I was losing a lot of weight, which was fucking fantastic. So what I'm trying to get at is some diets, depending on what diet you're on, doesn't require exercise as long as you are eating. No, as long as you are consuming the amount of calories that is a reasonable amount, that will ensure that your appetite is a lot smaller, therefore you're eating less. And as long as you're not like going wild on your calories, right? Yep. So you're sticking within a smaller amount of calories, which is doing a lot of good. You could be losing, like, I don't know, I was losing about 3 pounds a week when I was calorie controlling, no exercise or anything, apart from walking my dog. But exercise, I feel, is not necessary, or not completely 100% necessary while dieting, as long as you know what the fuck you're doing on your diet.
Yeah, it is, because like I was driving for a bus company when I started my diet, and I sat on my ass for like 8 to 10 hours a day. So I mean, I lost all that weight while doing no exercise.
Mm.
And it was really quick. It was like 2 to 3 months I lost that weight. Then I just stayed at as consistent like what I was.
And that's the thing too. Like you mentioned, you don't necessarily need it because again, if you're not, as long as you're not like again, we're not hunter gatherers anymore, right? If you just let me just lower the amount that I'm, the calories I'm, and even watching your calories like. That, in my opinion, is working itself. Like I'm not. I will lift a couch if I want to. To me, that ain't shit. But I'm too lazy to be like, I don't want to look at calories for everything I want to buy. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like an even trade, right?
Yeah.
You will put in the work to let me find out what my body, all this crap, And guess what? Here's an interesting fact. You know what burns calories as much, if not more, than exercise? Thinking, because our brain is muscle. Our brain is
it does. Like there.
So you're not lazy. You're not lazy. So you guys tell me when I can lift twice my weight. Am I lazy? Nah, I'm pretty lazy. I'm a lazy bastard.
Yeah, but you're consistently thinking and overthinking. Like that's what you're doing. Right. So like since you're overthinking, your body actually takes energy, and what does that energy come from? Like that's the thing.
I'm saying more so because it's just like it's just a thing that society thinks like, oh, you have to do physical stuff to be considered not lazy, whereas if you do desk work, that's considered lazy. Like no, it's equally demanding, if not more.
Yeah, like
and that's how you burn calories. So the important thing is you do need exercise, but it needs to be either mental or physical or a bit of both. Because it is scientists do stress, like he said, you can live an okay life, but why would you want to be okay when you could be better? That's my whole thing. I'm always an advocate towards pushing toward being a better you.
Yep.
And I feel like for the people that don't necessarily like to exercise, i.e. me, or people that are lazy fuckers in life that just don't like to do a lot of jogging, running, whatever, i.e. me again, do an exercise that you enjoy doing, whether or not it's sex, whether or not it's thinking, whether or not it's kissing, because that can burn calories, which is a fact.
Any emotion can. Anything.
Right. Oh, the one thing for sure is definitely don't sit too much. Sitting is the main thing, like at least stand up. That's why there's a reminder to, drink water and, stand up. Like, believe it or not, standing up burns calories. That's weird.
Because you're moving your body.
Yeah. It's still weird, though, but I don't know.
It's still weird. So,
right.
So besides calorie control, has anyone actually done any other diets?
Like I said, I haven't done it.
Yeah, I did a diet where this one may not necessarily have been good for my body, but it worked. I did one that is probably not well known about, and it's probably just a made up one. It's the cereal diet. That consisted of eating cereal for breakfast, lunch, and having a proper meal for dinner. Like, and if you wanted, like, I don't know, a snack, you would have cereal. Just not a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
And I lost about, I want to say, 14 pounds in 2.5 weeks from doing that.
Gotcha.
So, that is also another one, and there's weird ones out there as well. Like, have you ever heard of the cabbage soup diet?
What the fuck is that?
Bro, it is literally the most fucked up diet that people are doing that want to be like really skinny, but it could do like more batu and good.
That shit ain't right.
I think the main consistency is just to eat a shit ton of cabbage soup. Just
what the fuck?
Fucking
that sounds gross.
Soup.
Actually, I want to bring something Annapolis brought up. Sorry to cut you off, but she talks about like the stretching. You like as much as you made dieting, like you could get like arthritis and stuff. Yeah, I will say, I think that's why, like you said, the whole standing up. It's good to do it every now and then so you don't get stiff. Like you don't have to do yoga, but stretching is a very underrated aspect. Even as a weightlifter and wrestler, I realized I needed to stretch more because I was becoming too stiff. So even as someone, when you do exercise, you kind of need to move around at least, not be in the same position. Because imagine just doing this all the time. Then guess what? You're stuck like this and shit. And you can't really do anything.
Yeah.
So I think stretching is an important thing. Or mainly just moving around,
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. What the fuck?
Wait, what about as you were saying about the dieting thing, you didn't do any diets then, Harps, besides the one you mentioned earlier?
No, I have not. That was the only diet, and it actually worked. The only thing that it did to me was give me a high cholesterol, but I learned that if I'm going to do it again, just do lean keto.
Okay. One thing I will bring up too is because a lot of things that we're obviously bringing up and always thinks is going like vegetarian, right? That's probably one of the hardest strict versions of eating and dieting. Because here's for two things: one, it is hard because you don't get to eat. Now, outside of sugar, you don't even get meats.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like whoa. But here's the thing that's interesting. I did actually try a mediterranean diet for about a week, and it worked out pretty well. But I stopped because I actually like eating fruit. I like being diverse, and I noticed that I go to too many things where they offer me everything, not just meat. So it's like So for me, it's like just because out of laziness, I didn't stick to it. Because I was
sorry. Go ahead.
No. And here's the funny thing: being a mediterranean is actually easier than a vegetarian. Because if you guys, even the wildlife proves this, plants don't like to be eaten. So when you digest it, it's very hard to digest. It takes as much energy sometimes to get it out of the plants. That's why when you're a vegetarian, you have to, I have to eat peanuts, this. You have to literally have a whole assortment of all kinds of stuff to get your daily needs. Whereas meat, doesn't matter. You chicken, fish, eat that. You're set literally for the day. Everything you need is in that meat because that fish or food has already gotten all of it. That's why animals like, lions and all this stuff, they're so apex because they get all their nutritions already from the grass they ate, the water they drank, the sun you literally get all of that from the meat. A mediterranean diet is way easier, and I actually recommend it more, honestly. There's nothing not that wrong. So it's just, again, like Harps pointed out, you need a dip. Maybe certain meats are better, of course, chicken and, fish.
To me, mediterranean sounds like it's a made-up diet, but that's just in the fucking word. It's like, but what is the mediterranean diet? Is it just a carnivore diet with some twists and changes made to the diet, or what exactly?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just straight up meat, and you can mix vegetables and other stuff with the meats. Like every time you eat, there's going to be meat.
Right. No. From what I've seen, I mean, I'm not the best interpreter, but meat. There's like 3 levels of it. They're like the strict actual carnivore, the one who actually takes out like you guys like certain meats or whatever, and then the guy who's just like I just literally only eat meat like mine, like the lazy Mediterranean, and that's what they are. And the reason, believe it or not, even I've seen a thing talk about it. Like, why do they feel like some people say, it's not a diet? Like, I mean, heck, people said the same thing about vegetarian. Wait, you only eat fucking just leaves, like. But in mediterranean, I was like, wait, how do you only eat? Because even people are like, you gotta at least have some veggies. And then they said it's easy because if you're lazy like me, dude, if again, depending on your body type, you could just eat it and you'll be fine. I don't have to think. I enjoyed it. I actually felt like I had more energy. Like I really enjoyed it, but I found it just really hard to just do that, and it's kind of expensive too. It's kind of expensive to be an all Mediterranean diet. That's 2 reasons. Is because if I do eat vegetables, it throws it off. That's the thing that sucks about any diet. Even one as simple as a Mediterranean, you add anything that doesn't belong in that equation, it throws you completely off. Like my stomach started acting weird when I had like bread or veggies. I'm like, what the? I've never had this, and it's like because my body started getting accustomed to just having meat. Yeah, it's a very weird thing.
Yep, it is. It is.
And I want to throw it back to where you made your statement about vegetarianism, how that could be like really hard because you're eating a lot of plants, let's say. Shit. So this is a little story of why I went into vegetarianism. I was at school. It's going to be very short. I was at school. If you wanted to skip the line in the cafeteria, he was a vegetarian. I turned into a vegetarian so I could skip the line, so I could have my food quicker. I was on that diet for a solid 5 to 6 months until one day I was like, I need meat. And I got a packet of fucking meat out the fridge and just fucking ate it. But I don't know what that did for me losing weight because I didn't look at my weight while doing it. But
did you feel better on the diet?
No, I felt okay. Right. I felt okay. But a lot of the shit that you had to eat was plain nasty. It really was. I wasn't much for vegetables at all, which is ironic because it's actually in the fucking name of of your lifestyle diet, vegetarianism. The only fucking vegetables I like and I ate was sweet corn, sprouts, asparagus, and fucking I don't know, swede, if you count that as a vegetable.
Yeah.
But I was eating a lot of this meatless shit. Like, I don't know in America if you have corn.
Yes, we do.
I was eating a lot of corn. Tastes like fucking plastic. Legit. And I hated that, but I had to keep up the show because I was a hungry motherfucker who didn't want to wait, and I wanted my food fast.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Just wow.
It was okay. Some of the foods was okay. Like you could have all the cheese you wanted, right? Because it was still vegetarian. But yeah, no, I know how hard vegetarianism can be, and but people do it for reasons like they don't want to eat meat because it's cruel and shit. I can't imagine how hard veganism must be. The amount of restrictions in place for veganism.
Yep.
I would tip my hat to anyone that's a vegan because that takes a lot of willpower and dedication.
So, and I will add too. I feel like, especially they're talking in the chat right now, I feel like vegans, and especially in this time and age, have a very bad rap because most of them are kind of just weirdos. So that's another thing that sucks if you're a cool vegan, that you're surrounded by freaking weirdos.
Right.
Oh my god. So wait. Out of all the diets you've tried, you just started keto how many days now?
I've been on keto for about nearly a week.
Yeah, it takes about 2 weeks to fully set in. Like, then you start realizing, oh, this isn't so bad. All right, so out of all the diets you've done, which one's the worst one?
The last one?
Yeah.
Vegetarianism, without a doubt.
Because you're always craving meat.
That's the lifestyle, but yeah.
Like, you're craving meat the entire time.
Yeah, you are always craving meat, and it fucking sucks, and it's like, okay, I want some hot dogs. Oh, we've got some meatless hot dogs in for you. I crave your meat, greatest gamer. Dirty-minded fuck.
Right? That is a what the fuck. The fuck?
Hey, you know what I add to the veg? I think actually what can help you determine what diet's good for you, I think it's in your personality actually. Like, because I notice vegans in general are more timid people, and they do care, and I think they'd rather put in mental energy to do what they need, whereas someone like me, is more outgoing. It makes more sense for us to have a meatitarian thing, because I notice most of the people who do the meatitarian diet are very active or like very built people. Like, to us, it makes sense that we need all that, protein and stuff. So I think a good indicator, if you don't know, is go with what you think goes right. Like, your personality. What do you like to eat? Are you outgoing? Are you somewhere in between? And I think that would be a good indicator of what your diet should be. It just occurred to me through this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. To be honest, I just think dieting is like one of those, like, you only do it if you have to do it because your chemical imbalance in your body is off. Like, say you got high cholesterol. Okay, that means you're gonna have to like take out your oily diet part, like fried foods, French fries, or let's say like you're a diabetic, you have to like change your diet for what sugars you have. Like, if you know your health is starting to go bad, then you got to change your diet accordingly. Like, you can't just sit here and like, keep eating the same thing and not expect to change when you're feeling like crap. Like, you wake up every day always tired, but you're getting the proper rest. You're not having what you need. Your body's not having what it needs. Like me, Monday through Friday, I eat what I need. I have enough water and I have my vitamins. I can go to sleep at 3 a.m. and then wake up at like 6:40 and then go to work, come home and do it all over again. And that's working and live streaming. So sometimes I'll take a nap, but I'm not tired. I'm just like, okay, let's go. Of course, with initial wake up, I'm like, fuck this, but I can keep going. What the fuck, Greatest? You're just like laughing your ass off right now.
Yeah, dude, this chat is being funny.
It's always funny. It's my chat.
True, fair enough. Do you think the personality determines what kind of diet you should be on?
Oh, that's an interesting one. What?
Say that again. Sorry.
So do you, I mean, because he went off still, like he think is like still if you only need a diet if you need to. But my thing is, like, do you really think like what I mentioned earlier about the personality thing? You think that's a good determining factor of what diet you should be on?
It's interesting. That is a really interesting question.
Yeah, I don't
because
think.
Because like I said, I personally think if you're more timid, then a vegetarian diet is for you. Whereas if you're more proactive, a mediterranean diet will work more for you. And those are the extremes.
Thank you.
Those are like two extremes, obviously.
I feel like it doesn't determine it a lot because if you have a lot of willpower, you would be able to do it regardless. Like I'm a heavy eater. Like a lot of the time, I'm thinking about food. I'm thinking about what am I going to eat today, right? And I was eating a lot of sugary shit. I was eating a lot of chocolate. I was eating a lot of ice cream and stuff. But my personality was, my personality is like that, and I went on the keto diet, and I cannot have milk chocolate. The only chocolate I can have is 80% cocoa. Oh. Never try that shit. No. Tastes like crap.
I don't know how my mom eats that shit.
It's very concentrated.
Hey, look, as an Aztec, I won't get offended because I know we're the ones who came with that shit, but you can hate on it all you want. It's Aztec approved. I don't hate that shit. And that's the only reason.
The thing is, like, it's good for the keto diet because it doesn't have much sugar, but it's so bitter. It's like good to mix like shavings of it in your coffee or something.
I blame my you guys.
But like, you don't have to. You're not at that age where your metabolism is like going nuts yet, or like slowing down. Like mine slowed down. I used to be able to eat what I want and have what I want. Then out of nowhere, it's like, oh shit, now I'm actually gaining weight, but yet I'm working all the time. And it's like, what the fuck is that shit? Like right now, I'm gonna have fucking how many hot dogs? 5 hot dogs.
Okay. So that's all right. I think that's actually perfect for that. Then I think for me, I guess in my case, it only applies to the extremes. But like he said, it's willpower, and how you said, only if you need to.
Yeah.
So I think that's that's actually that's a very good way.
Yeah. No, that was pretty good. When you said personality, it made me think because
that's basically what I'm saying, right? Like if you're timid, vegetarian, you're a Chad, go eat meat. That's a personality thing. But even then, like you said, it's all about willpower, and if you really even need to go on a diet in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, I completely agree.
I mean, like me, I just need to watch my oils I eat, and I really don't have much fried food. Dang. So that's really what it is. It's just, it's.
But here's an underlying thing I do want to say. It's kind of been there that I feel like it is a person's responsibility, but it's also again the government. Because here's the thing that you guys I noticed: the sugar industry. I think it is extremely corrupt. Mm-hmm. And it has a good foothold. I know in the U.S., I don't know about you. I want to talk about a bit about food regulation and how I think that plays an extremely huge part on why we have this problem in the first place and why we have to think so much and think twice about something like, you look at it, it's a box of cereal. The box, has 100% sugar. Wait, but it's a box. Like how is it for you in the UK? Like, how is your standards? Because I will bring up later too, like one of the best countries, why people there are so thin, and I visited there before, and it's Japan, because their food standards are so high. There's not a lot of preservatives. Things are actually very fresh. They're extremely strict with their food standards, and I think that has a lot to do with why. Like again, like I said, they're so thin over there. They're so thin.
And like America's all about money. They don't care.
Right.
That's the thing. So whatever makes them more money and cheaper, they don't care.
I mean, the advertising, there's temptation, everything has sugar, but how is it for you in the UK? I'm curious, how is it for you? Is there a lot of advertising? Is there a lot of money, like lobbying for like the sugar industry? Like, what is it for you from what you know of at least?
When it comes to sugar in the UK, we've recently implemented something called sugar tax, which is it's trying to get kids from stop being so obese. Because a lot of kids in the UK now are getting obese because of all of the sugar that's been put into the food. Before sugar tax, like a 2-litre bottle of Coca-Cola was about £1, which is what, $1.30, $1.40. Yeah. After sugar tax, because they want to stop obesity, which is not going to happen because people are going to buy it anyway if they want it. It is now about $2.80.
Oh my god!
A 2-liter bottle of Coke.
You know what? No, keep
Go ahead.
No, actually, I forgot. Chicago had that implemented a while ago, and there was a huge buzz about it. Like that, except for you, it's like
it was
countrywide.
It was Cook County. So Cook County had that in place, and people would travel out of Cook County just to get their pop.
Right,
Like,
and
it made no sense.
They're going about this the wrong way.
Yeah,
it is like it's better for you to just limit the sugar. Like even if you want to say juice, like I love juice. I didn't realize, thanks to a guy who was a really good dietary, he told me, "Oh, don't buy these. Those actually are full of sugar. Go here instead." He guided me towards a place that sells you fruit that's actually fruit, not just The problem is, don't charge more, because they're gonna find their way in anything. Like I think the government for the U.S. and the U.K. are going about this the wrong way. Don't try to look at the money side of things. Look at like the actual regulation, like Japan does. Limit how much sugar can actually be in some of this stuff.
Yeah, tax the companies that are putting that much in, because they're the ones causing. No, they're not the ones causing the obesity. It's just like the body is. A lot of people have what is it called? Hard self-control issues. So like, if you're already accustomed to something, it's hard to make a change. So like, if I'm a government and I want my people to be healthier, I'm going to target the people making the product, not the people, because like the people making the product is the source. You force them to change what's in it, then you're going to make money. That's all it is, because like you change them. If they don't change it, then they're going to get taxed up the ass.
Right. You know, this is exactly how Japan does it. If you break regulation, you get charged.
How are you going to target the people, though,
right,
and not the company? Like, people aren't going to pay attention to something like that, regardless, right? And I feel like if a law came out to do with that, people would go and protest, because, right, no offense, guys, but America, you guys will protest against anything.
Yeah. No, they will. I mean, I'm not American, so you're right. As a Mexican who agrees with a UK guy, no, these people really protest for a lot
of you.
Yeah, but no, you've got American citizenship, so you're as good as.
No.
Yes.
I wasn't born here. Disclaimer. I'm legally here, though, you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, if something like that was implemented, it wouldn't stick for long.
No.
Whatsoever. And
didn't they just kick out the Cook County thing too, by the way?
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Yeah. So you're right. Look at that.
Right.
Well, it's not even that. If they were to target the companies making it, then they could actually regulate how much is in each product and tax the company, because they're the ones making the money. I mean, why are you going to tax the people who all they're doing is buying what the company or the government allows to be bought?
Right, but like I said, I think it's because they lobbied. Like, I think they are right. And another thing I would say, like the people thing, like, right? Japan also is healthier than the rest of the world. Is think about they're on an island secluded. They already have been on a diet for their entire lifetime. I mean, rice is a staple of their food, and it's unanimously agreed rice is pretty healthy for you. It has a fuck ton of benefits.
Not just for Japan, but it's a staple for a lot of Asian countries. Indonesia, Thailand, China, Japan. You know, it's like and they get really creative with rice.
They do
rice with everything. I admire that.
Regular rice is bland. So you're right. Yeah. I agree. Keep on.
I truly admire that. Like, I was talking to a girl a while ago. She was in the Philippines, right? This was when I had no girlfriend. I was a desperate as fuck. I was talking to anyone that showed me some kind of affection. Anyway, so I was talking to her, and I was like, "Oh, have you eaten today?" Because apparently that's something normal to say over there. Anyway, so I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm just about to have some hot dogs, chopped up hot dogs or something." It's like, "Oh, why don't you do it with rice?" And I'm like, "Huh? Hot dog chopped up with rice? What?"
Yeah, that rice mixed with pretty much anything.
It does. It's weird.
It's like, yeah, it's very interesting. It mixes with anything. It's so weird.
It was like a massive culture shock to me. It was like, oh yeah, we have rice with near enough anything. It's like, oh, I sometimes have banana with rice, and I'm like, ugh. banana with what the fuck is wrong with you? And then it kind of like, oh, I kind of understand it, a bit of sweetness, and then it's a way to like bulk yourself up on, make yourself feel full in a cheap way, because a lot of the Asian countries don't have a great economy, so they'll do
yeah, exactly
whatever they can.
Two other cultures that are interesting that aren't necessarily Asian that also really mess with rice is Indian and Mexicans. Like we fucked with. We're the extremes. Like ours is like we change the color of our rice. Like that shit changes to purple, orange, and brown.
Yeah,
it's changed the world.
Right. I like brown rice is my favorite personally. The Mexican brown rice next to curry, Indian rice. Those are my two favorites. I like those personally.
Nice.
Fuck. I want rice, but I can't.
So I can see how it's a culture shock for you. For me, it's like when I went to Japan, I'm like, oh, it's just it's like brown rice, but not as good, but it still goes with everything. It's still rice, just not brown.
Yeah. Well, so with this being said, we're kind of just like talking about random stuff. So
it's still related.
It's still related, but I mean, like diets in itself. Like I've only tried keto. You haven't dieted.
Not really. So
it's one of those where it's like, oh, excuse me. Like as long like you don't really need to diet unless your health is deteriorating. Once your health starts deteriorating, then you need to diet.
Yeah,
because a lot of people don't understand that like what you eat and take in manages your body, how much your energy level is, and just everything. So it's like, with that being said, like it's one of those topics where it's like, if you're like heavier and you're in risk of like heart disease, then you're gonna want to lose weight. If you're really skinny and you have no energy, you're gonna want to find a right diet for you to gain energy. So I mean, to like gain weight to get what you need on your body, so your body can gain energy. It's one of those where it's like, you only like the whole diet. This is my take on it. The whole diet thing is like only do it if you have to. Like, and that's it. If you don't have to, then why change up what you're doing?
I mean, I'm a prime example of that. Yeah. I did just to fuck with it, and I didn't need to.
I mean, I was starting to gain a lot of weight before I went back to work, and now I'm back at work and only eating like really twice a day and drinking water all day, and having a shake for lunch, but that's strawberry banana. I mean, that's where my sugar count comes in, but I've already lost weight. So
that's good.
It's one of those where it's like, if you don't need to diet, don't diet. And as Great as says, it's like a self-control type of thing where you gotta cut off and say, oh, I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. You have to train yourself for that. And then it's just, and then the calorie control, there's a lot of ways you could go about it, but if you don't have to do it, what's the point in doing it?
I mean, it's a good way to maintain weight. Like, even if you're happy with your weight, it's still a good way to maintain your ideal weight, right? Instead of putting it on. Yeah. Because if you're not counting, sometimes you could be putting on about 14 pounds without realizing. Yeah. The shit you're eating. Yeah. So, yeah.
And for me, my take is just be proactive. For me, again, maybe because I'm a former lifter and everything, just exercise makes all the difference in the world. That I feel is a necessity. Even you don't have to do anything, an hour a day, or just don't be too lazy. That's it. Or like I said, mental work. It doesn't have to be physical, and stretching. Remember to be moving around. That's my message as far as dieting. I help you negate it.
As long as you're consistently working on something and doing stuff, consistently thinking, doing whatever it may be, then you're going to lose weight.
Right. I mean, remember, like I said, it's because we're hunter-gatherers. It's in our genes. You know, we can't. It's gonna take a couple more thousand years to eliminate half this stuff. That's all. You know, evolution takes a minute.
True.
But yeah, I think that's all we got, right? What are you gonna say, Joe? Sorry.
Okay, here's a question for just everyone. Have people put on weight while during this COVID-19 situation, or lost weight?
I've heard a lot gain weight.
I gained weight because I was just sitting at my ass at home and doing the content creation. What's up, Darkling? And so I gained at least 20 pounds, at least, if not more. I didn't really look because I had no reason to look. But point being, I felt fine. I didn't feel tired or drawn out. Like, I was fine. So I had no reason to, but I went back to work and I had to. So it's like, kind of need that little bit of energy.
And how do you feel? Do you feel like this is...
Thank you, Darkling, for those.
Have you feel like this has influenced a lot of weight gain in Asian countries with a poor economy? Because they must find it the hardest out of us all because of their economy being so shit.
It also depends on what is over there and what's available.
Right, exactly.
Because if they're poor and they can't afford food, they can't eat a surplus. Like, I was just overeating. That's all I was doing. I would just keep eating. I would grab a whole fucking thing of Pringles and eat the whole thing in one sitting. I mean, that's all I was doing. I saw that earlier. Oh, from biking around town? Damn, that's fucking badass.
So yeah, no, Light, I trying to see Lyredex. He's the only one I've seen so far that said they lost weight. Everybody else I've seen that they gained weight. Again, remember what I said? You're doing nothing. That matters more than the diet.
As Scott would say, bread makes you fail. What's up, Kugla? Long time. How you doing?
Okay.
Does make
I lost weight during the lockdown because I injured my leg and ate less due to being bedridden and at other people's food mercy. Oh my god. I will sue China. Their virus made me. Oh my god. How about this? Trump reasoning why he wants to ban TikTok is because China brought us Corona.
What? Wait, really?
Yes, he put out a tweet.
China.
I don't know. He can say whatever he wants.
I know, and that's not gonna fly.
Right,
good food makes me fat. Yes, all good food makes people fat.
It makes us all fat, but and for me, like, so he said, he gained, and then everybody said they gained. There's only 2 people that said they lost. I'm the same, but again, remember metabolism. I don't change.
And some people, I just fucking envy that because their metabolism is so high that they can just eat whatever the fuck they want and not put on weight. It makes me... I want to switch metabolisms so you can be a fat fucker for once or fucking... or whatever, because this shit, having to diet is horrible.
Right,
and people with high metabolisms, I feel like they won't properly understand that because they will never have to in their fucking life.
Hey, look! If there's anything I will say, I'm at least jealous of the people from yours because if you're we're talking from a normal perspective. For me, as a weightlifter, I want to gain weight because I believe it or not, this is a short story. I used to be addicted to weightlifting. Like, I was all about gaining weight. I was becoming a generic, droid kind of dude.
You want to gain weight, but you want to gain muscle mass. Not,
the fat can turn into muscle
mass. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But even then, the problem, like I said, willpower thing. Most people who are that don't want to. I don't want to go to the gym kind of thing. For me, is I know some guys that were kind of chubby. They went to wrestling. Yeah, they got swole. But I'm sorry. I know. I just I guess. So don't worry. There's some jealousy on my end. I wish I was as big as you guys. I wanna lift the car. I wanna lift the car. But that's because I'm insane. It's okay.
You fucking don't wish you was as big as me. Trust me. You fucking don't want that.
Well, at least you didn't break your chair, Joypad.
This chair's very sturdy. I
I was waiting for the fuck you, but I didn't get that. I got the chair's good enough, damn it.
But yes, I'm sorry. I know. If only we could all have high metabolisms.
Right. Oh, that'll change for you in 8 years, my man.
That is true.
That is true. Yep, it is. So, is that pretty much it? Do we have anything else to say?
Literally extra 6 minutes, right? No, if anything,
we're a little under about 7 more minutes, then it will be an hour.
Okay. How about this? Has dieting affected your appetite at all?
Definitely not. Even for someone who's only done it, it definitely affects your appetite for sure.
Yes.
Because some people, it has the reverse effect. Very, very some.
Well, then it did affect in some way because you changed it and it's different. You crave different things. Like right now, you're craving a fucking burger with bread, right?
I am.
We're not asking
actually, minus the bread. I'm actually enjoying burgers a lot better when I can just ask, oh, I want a bunless burger, a bunless cheeseburger, and just stack up all the patties. I'm fucking loving that.
Boneless.
Boneless.
What the fuck is a boneless cheeseburger?
Bun. B-U-N. Fucking hell.
What the fuck is a boneless chicken? I mean, hamburger.
Yeah, why do they have to put that? Something tells me something dumb happened that they have to put that something's boneless when it's very obvious it's supposed to be.
No, he was saying he meant bunless. Buns.
No, but there are things that say boneless in it. I'm serious.
I know. Like chicken has boneless, so I understand that one, but not cheeseburgers. No.
Right.
The fucking language barrier. Holy shit. Learn some English dialect.
No, pronunciation. Pronunciation is key.
No, he's right.
Pronunciation. I'm pronouncing it. Y'all just misinterpreting what I'm saying.
You're misinterpreting. We all love you, Joypad. We all love you.
Fuck's sake. Right, fine. I'm gonna speak with a posh fucking accent for the rest of this.
Okay, that's fine, because we're pretty much done in like 3 minutes, so I mean... Chat, do you guys have anything you want to talk about real quick before we cut out?
Right.
You guys just been like chatting away random ass shit, but yet topic shit. It's weird.
Yeah,
no. I've been looking at what chat's been saying.
I know. It's pretty.
Have you guys got anything to add on to the conversation?
Look, I'm sorry, dog. I hate it when commercials make me hungry.
I was eating food, so I mean, I understand. I was eating hot dogs.
I mean, this is my breakfast right now. I didn't even eat breakfast. It's cereal.
Damn.
That's it, Monopolis. You have to fucking ask. Otherwise, it's just like you're gonna get buns regardless. And I don't think nowhere has bunless burgers on their menu. I don't think. So yeah,
I don't know.
The fiber bars do work. It's just they work too good. Do not eat more than 4. You will ruin yourself. Trust me.
I've just done.
The track team in high school told us a story about that they ate like 5 fiber bars, and they were going to the bathroom half the track meat. I'm like, that's bad.
Bro, I'm gonna feel like crap. I've got some keto bread coming, and I've missed bread so much. This is like no carbs, but it's got a shit ton of fiber in. I'm gonna be shitting for days. Oh my god.
Oh, speaking, I want to say, because she reminded me what she said. I mean, you can only do so much, like I said, because of what they put in our. Unless you're in Japan, then lucky you guys, you get good food and it's healthy. But just avoid fast foods. Like that one, alone, you're already doing great. That shit is.
Unless you're on keto, then you can rely on fast food.
Yes, you can. You really can. That's the fucked up thing.
Bunless. I want some bunless burgers. I want some fucking
bunless
good chicken. Bun.
Oh, bun.
Bunless.
No.
I can tell myself to try keto. It's good for diabetics. When I see those fries getting further and further away. Yeah. Believe me, I had dreams about French fries when I went on keto.
Keto is good for diabetics, and it's also, I think, keto was introduced as a way to help out epileptics.
Yes.
And that's fucking great for me because I'm epileptic.
Really?
Garlic fries are fire.
But it's not like I can look at flashing lights, right? And it doesn't make me, doesn't force a seizure. It's fucking weird.
Damn. All right, well, I guess, unless anyone's got something else to say, I think we're good. I'm going to... Yeah. That was a good one. What are we going to discuss next week?
I don't know. How great Japan is? Can we make that one? I'm sorry. No.
For real. It's your turn, Greatest. What do you want to discuss?
I had an idea. I forgot it. Fuck. I remember.
That's a good topic, but I'm gonna umbrella it a little more. Hold on.
What's someone saying?
And hydrate fucked me up. Holy shit. Anyway, what about addiction?
Oh, you know what? You know what? I think that's not a bad one.
Yeah. Actually, just addiction as a whole. Do you think that's a good topic? You guys agree?
I'm a sugar addict, so yeah, let's go through it.
What was the topic?
Addiction. Yeah.
Sure. I'm addicted to heroin, so it's fine.
It's okay. No, for real. Is that a good topic for next week?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. A dictionary. Oh, what? We were going to just read from the dictionary the whole time? Oh my God. I would fall asleep.
Yeah. Everyone stick around, and I have a very interesting fact about addiction that will blow your mind that I learned from a doctor.
We'll definitely talk about that next week. This podcast, if you missed it, will be up on Saturday. And I'm going to take a quick break and then hop on Apex with my son. But I'm FinalHarps. Bye-bye. Everyone else say bye or I'll kick your ass.
I'm going to play Ghost of Tsushima soon, so check me out there if you want to see some samurai stuff. Laters.
Chip, cheerio, chaps. Have a good one, yeah?
Oh, no.
Did you read this guy? All right. Bye, everyone. I'll be right back.